Good morning, everyone. This is how my morning usually starts. I'm going to give you a little bit of information on how I ended up acquiring cats. I have 2 dogs, and one is behavioral, and we'll get into those. How? Right there. Orange. Orange is Oda. Good morning. Good morning. Orange, good morning. You pet one, you pet the other. Orange Arizona did not, well, he was TNRing all the stray cats and in our area and causing a ruckus actually in our community. Orange was his cat, his only cat, for 6 to 7 years. Orange did not like all these other cats in his home and was crying to be let out. What happens? He's let out. He finds us. He would not leave my driveway. Did not put food out. By the way, Orange has been fully vetted by his prior owner. He's very, very loving. He doesn't like to be held loving. It's on his terms. What happened? Well, he gets frustrated, Orange, that Dad is taking in all these strangers. Doesn't want them in his home. So what happens? Stays in my driveway. Even without any food or anything that would entice an animal to want to stay, I actually shushed him away. Because I have a female, and you'll be introduced to her, a female dog that is not dog friendly and is not cat friendly. And it caused problems. So what happens? Orange meets little Miss Cleopatra, who was about 1 year old. He was about, I think, 7 years old, 7 or 8, and she was 1. She was a tiny little girl. All the cats loved her. She is so affectionate, but she was feral. She would not let me touch her. He ends up falling in love with her. She ends up falling in love with him. I put that outdoor unit that I bought on Amazon right here, this outdoor play area. I end up putting it outside my house. I sent flyers around asking whose cat Orange is. And finally, neighbors were saying it's coming from this gentleman and he's causing a problem. He is taking all these cats, TNRing them, letting them out, but they're bringing in more cats. He's feeding them outside, letting them in his base. It was a whole wild thing. I end up communicating. He finally contacts me, the gentleman, because I actually go say something, I sent something directly to his house. He contacts me, I contact him. I said, you got to take your cat. I have a dog that doesn't like cats. Anyway, he tries. Orange does not want to go back to him. That's the first time I've ever seen an animal who's been with somebody for 7 years and not want to go back to their prior owner. And I was like, what's going on in that house? There's a whole thing. I've spoken to the animal control guy. It doesn't sound good. Sounds like he's an extremist with cats, not fully giving them the initial vetting, but not if they have pneumonia, he's not taking care of them. Cats are dying, getting injured, what have you. And it was scary. We fell in love with Orange. She was in love with Orange. She, if you notice the videos, brought her 6 little kittens. She was not vetted. She was a feral cat into my garage on a stormy, windy night. Brings these beautiful little 6 kittens. A rescue steps up, adopts out all the kittens. Fantastic. They're very loving. And she says, most likely black cat, female. She's an older cat. Nobody's going to want her. Can you please foster her until we can find somebody? And fell in love with her. She was in my house after being fully vetted, after her pregnancy. I had to make her heal. That's the other reason why I bought that. I had to contain her. Again, she was not fully, she was still feral, semi-feral. I ended up then telling the owner of Orange, we're going to take him, because he had a tooth abscess or something, but it wasn't. It was a cracked tooth. And this gentleman was not doing his due diligence with him, so I ended up taking, he's such a cool cat. He looks like a lion. I call him a lion, a panther. And I ended up taking him. Thousands later, got 3.5 teeth removed. Then he had skin issues, found out he has, brought him to an allergist. Believe me, I've heard it. My lesson I learned from the vet tech, that he had the same thing she has, which was hay fever. He was licking himself into a frenzy from mid-March to mid-June, mid-September to mid-November. Same as her hay fever was a mess. We said, let's, what can we do for hay fever? You know what? Keep the windows closed, keep the cat indoors. That's what we're doing. And his hair's, I see him licking a little more, so I'm hoping it doesn't come back, but we're not letting him out of the house. I was going to do a cattery outside the house, not going to do it. And what are we going to do now? Well, we ended up keeping Orange, keeping Cleopatra, and that's how we ended up with Cleopatra and Orange. And we love them. We have a couple of members of the family that are allergic to the cats, so we hope that the primary area they'll stay in is here. Sometime in the afternoon, right before dinner, we let them up. They're upstairs, they're hanging out with everybody, and they happen to really like it down here. As I said, we put a designated area down here. They have their two little boxes. One is a standard, one is an electronic. They have this little cat cage that they love. They use it to jump on the windows, TV, their lounging bed. They love it. Their play area. Cats are very intelligent. They have interactive toys. That was theirs from Orange's from outside, and the cat wall that you all noted. That I wanted to add things because, as I said, they are so intelligent. Something to keep them occupied, challenge them, interested. You can see that the toys, that was from the cat wall. On our air hockey machine, I put cat toys as well. She is looking outside at the birds that are in the bush out there. So just to give you a little update on how we got into cats, and now we have them, and there's no question they choose you. And there's a reason for everything. That's how we got them. We love Orange. It's my morning feed on Sunday. And I think it's March 23rd, I hope. I don't know in front of me. I don't know the date. But wishing everybody a wonderful Sunday. And this is how we ended up with cats. And we love them. Take care. Have a great day.